do get a few people, anti-meat, anti-animal production and anti-animal food. The biggest thing for me is, for a start, what we do is very small scale, and I sternly believe we all need to eat less meat, and it's about selecting the right sources when we do. The trouble with it, I guess, mainly is that when it comes to meat versus vegetables, it is a redundant argument. A lot of energy gets spent on, what's better, meat versus vegetables, and you hear on the radio people really talking about all this stuff, and it's not about meat versus vegetables, it's about where it's from and how it was grown. That is the main thing we need to focus on. Beef that's 2 kilometres down the road, 100% grass-fed, regeneratively farmed, is going to be far less impact on the world than non-organic vegetables grown in China, and that does come into our country. We do import Chinese vegetables. We have no idea how they've grown. So it's just, I think we need to just move away from that whole meat versus vegetable debate. What I say to anyone who really is pro that, and I 100% support activism, I 100% support people's enthusiasm and motivation to create change, and they're following their passions and beliefs. But what I try to line these people on is that, the real problem with meat is large scale feedlot, caged animals, antibiotics, chemicals, hormones. Like there's a huge amount of meat production, which is, yes, really, really bad. But the only real way we can change that is by giving people an alternative, educating them on what they're eating when they eat meat, educating them that, when they go to a supermarket, 80% of the beef in there is from a feedlot. That's the real problem. So yeah, to any of the vegetarians and vegans that are really stern on their cause, and that's great. The thing is, together we can actually work together to stop the real problem. This is the problem. This is large scale cages, feedlots, hormones, antibiotics, and that's really big. And then there's these small organic farms running pasture-based systems, regenerative farms, which is really, really small. But this will only shrink if this grows. It has to grow for this to shrink. So people need that awareness. We need to eat less meat and choose the right sources. But yeah, I think, if we sort of steer away from that meat, vegetable debate and just worry about, well, let's stop conventional industrialized agriculture, and together, whether you eat meat or vegetables or you're vegan, we can all together work to stopping that, and let's all align on that goal and stop the big problem.